What's up, guys? Oh my god. Today has been freaking awesome. It's like Christmas all over again. I haven't talked too much about this topic. I'm sure a lot of you know how much I love the Witcher series. I haven't played The Witcher 1, unfortunately, yet because I don't have a PC. And it didn't work well on my Mac. But I did play the Witcher 2 on my Xbox, and I loved the game. Definitely on my favorite games of all time list. That's why I was introduced to the developers CD Projekt Red. And I think they did such a good job with The Witcher. And the thing that I love the most about CD Projekt Red, they make games that they want to make. They don't release something that's not ready yet. They don't rush anything. There is no appealing to the audience or the wider audience, appealing to wider audiences, or oh, this will make us more money if we do it this way, or publishers knocking on their doors telling them to hurry up, or oh, people wouldn't like that.
If you put that scene in there, soccer moms are going to unite all over the world and they're going to kick you in the butt.
They don't care. The Witcher 2 is a mature game. And not only is it mature as in the scenes, because there are some scenes that are for a mature audience. They put out games that are smart. They're challenging, and they really they bring you into this world that just immerses you into the story, and they present you with these awesome characters and awesome storylines, and I just love them so much. So when CD Projekt Red announced that they were working on a new game, I flipped out. I mean, this game pretty much has three things that I absolutely adore in video games. CD Projekt Red, it's an RPG, and it's a cyberpunk. When this was announced early 2012, they announced it in the summer conference. I've got links in the description with all the websites. I'm going to provide a lot of the websites and the videos and all that. But one thing that I didn't know until today, I used to think it was a code name. Like, you know, just a code name while they come up with a game, because they're calling it Cyberpunk. First it was Cyberpunk. I was like, okay, I guess they're code naming it Cyberpunk because it's a cyberpunk. And then later on in the year, they revealed the name of the game, and they said it was going to be called Cyberpunk 2077. So I was like, oh, okay, I guess they're just keeping it Cyberpunk. But now I know that this is actually based off of a pen and paper RPG. A lot of you probably already know that, but I know a lot of you don't know that. I'm one of those that didn't know that. As much as I would love to get into pen and paper RPGs, that was actually... Jeez, Charlie. That was actually the first introduction that I had to RPGs, was pen and paper, back when I was a freshman in high school. So I was like 14 years old. I started playing a Star Wars pen and paper RPG, which was a lot of fun. So that's when I was like, hey, this is cool. I'm going to start creating characters and blah, blah, blah. But that was the only experience I had with pen and paper RPGs. Hearing that this was already an existing pen and paper RPG that was actually created in 1988 by... Mike Pondsmith, one of the devs in CD Projekt Red, was saying that they are... Oh no. Charlie, please. He's gonna start playing. CD Projekt Red, we've already seen that they're really good at adapting a previous IP into a video game, because they did that with The Witcher. The Witcher was, it was a book first, and they created it into a game, and they did amazing with it. This was a pen and paper RPG, and now they're turning it into a game, which I think would be even easier because it's already a game. They were saying that since the RPG system is already created, all they have to do is they want to really keep it the way that it is, the RPG system. So they're gonna just implement that into the game and really focus on the storyline and everything else. So they said that with The Witcher, they had to create the RPG system. And it took a lot of trial and error and all this because it was the first time that they were creating this kind of thing with The Witcher and then The Witcher 2. But this time, since a successful RPG system is already created, they could just go ahead and focus all of their time and effort into the game and everything else, which is super awesome because I'm like, oh my god, they're gonna make such a good game. With what I'm hearing, it's gonna be really cool. So if you were like me and you didn't know that this was a pen and paper RPG, go on Google and search for Cyberpunk 2013 or Cyberpunk 2020. I think you would be better off searching for Cyberpunk 2020. So the next installment is the game 2077. I think the most exciting thing is that for those that actually have played this pen and paper RPG or know anything about it, I think they're the ones that really know what is in store because they know what it's about. And the cool thing about this RPG is that you're going to have a class system. Instead of calling it classes, they call it roles. There are quite a few roles. I don't know. I think they're going to keep it the same for the game. But for the pen and paper RPG, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 roles. Before I go into the roles, let me just tell you a little bit with what I've read and all that. About the world and the setting and what it's gonna look like or feel like. This is a possible future and it's not very far away. That, like he said, they're getting concerns and like fears or things that people think about now in real life now, what they think about for the future and just making it a reality. Like kind of like saying, okay, things that are going on now, if we just advance them a little more, this is what's going to happen. Kind of like Deus Ex. I think I was getting that vibe from it, where it's like you have the moral issues of augmenting your body and going too far, and how society has become corrupted and addicted to this now. With what they were describing, like the dangerous streets at night, and it's raining, and it's like you're in some place between like San Francisco at night, and it's raining and it's dangerous around, and that you're just like, I probably won't even make it to my car. It really brought those images of Blade Runner, like those scenes where he's like walking, Harrison Ford is walking through the streets and it's night and it's raining and there's like all these like suspicious dudes walking around and everything, all this like crowded people and everything. You don't know who will mug you or who will try to kill you. That's the type of feeling they're going for, and it's going to take place in the city that the RPG takes place in, the pen and paper one. It's called Night City, and the city is between San Francisco and LA. So it's in California, so it's somewhere between Northern and Southern California, right? So San Francisco's right here, and then LA's right here, and Night City will be like right there. But Night City is a fictional city. It's not real. And the developer of CD Projekt Red was saying that they're really excited because CD Projekt Red first was just like one team that was working on the Witcher series, but now they have split up into two teams. They now have two teams. Those of you that have played The Witcher and really look into it, you know that there is another Witcher game coming out sometime in the distant future. So probably one team is working on The Witcher 3, and this other team is working on Cyberpunk 2077. One thing that I love to hear, and it's like super simple, there's like nothing to it, but I was like, oh my god, I wanted to break into the screen and pull the guy out and just kiss him, because he said they're not making a game for everyone. They're making a game for a mature audience. I was like, dude, more developers need to say that type of thing. Because nowadays what you hear a lot of developers saying is, oh, we're doing this to appeal to the wider audience. I don't know, I hate that whole appealing to a wider audience and people thinking that developers do that in order to sell more. But it's like that you don't have to do that to sell. Like, look at CD Projekt Red. They have gained so much respect from the gaming community. I really have never seen people talk smack about CD Projekt Red. They're true to what they do. They work on games because they want to make the games and not because they want to make a buck. They have spoken out against constant DLC all the time. They say, why wasn't it in the game if it was released this soon after the game's release? Why didn't they just include it and make it a bigger experience all in one, you know? I've got mass respect for these guys. And what he said there, that they're not making this game for everyone, I was like, dude, that's awesome. That shows that they really are passionate about this game and want to release it, not just because it will make good bucks, because it'll sell well. No, but because they want to make it, because they want people to play it, specific people who will understand it to play it, and not have people playing it that won't understand it, because that's where you get all the stupid criticisms.
Why did they do this? And why did they do that? And like, oh my god, I can't believe they did that. How could they even show that?
That's what happens to a lot of mainstream games. People criticize a lot of controversial stuff from mainstream games where you're just like, are you serious? Mass Effect got criticized all over the place on the freaking news for stupid reasons, where it's like, are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? The Witcher 2 had full-on nudity sex scenes that were just like, wow. Did I ever see anything about The Witcher 2, like criticisms about it and on the news and all this stuff, and people saying, oh my god, I can't believe they I never saw any of that. Why? Because that game was made for mature audiences. People knew that. No kid's gonna be playing that game. I respect that when it comes to the gaming, to the gaming industry right now. For a developer to keep their ground and not let the booming industry swallow them up and say, no, we're doing this because this is what we came into this industry to do, to make the video games that we want to make, that I think you guys would like. And for those of you that don't like it, don't play it. And not, oh, well, for those of you that don't like it, the next game, you guys will like it because the next game, we're going to appeal to the wider audience. So the combat in this system is very brutal. If you guys remember The Witcher was a challenge. It forced you to really think about what you were going to do, about how you were going to upgrade and customize your Geralt in order to succeed in a fight. And it was about, I mean, it wasn't as crazy as Dark Souls, but you did die a lot. But the thing about dying in The Witcher was that it was like trial and error. It was like, okay, I kind of need to die in order to know how this monster will kill me or how this monster reacts, blah, blah, blah. So it was part of the game. Like, dying was part of the game. And it was acceptable. It was acceptable to me. I didn't have trouble with The Witcher. It was challenging. It truly was. But I actually loved it because it was like they said, they make intelligent games, and I love that you actually have to think about what you're doing, and you have to stop and look at your menu and be like, okay, what am I going to be fighting? What should I use here? If I mix and match these, that's what I love. I love that about RPGs, and that's what CD Projekt Red does the best. So that's what they're going to be implementing in this game, I think, because it says that the combat system is very brutal, lethal, like one shot will almost kill you. So it's going to be pretty cool. But it's going to be a skills system. So it's not going to be so much about the level. It's going to be more about your skills. So I'm thinking kind of like, I think Deus Ex was like this a lot. And so is like Skyrim. It's more about the skills. They also said that even though there is a class specific roles, one of the roles is a cop. I choose to be cop, and Scottish Warrior 92 chooses to be a cop. Our cops could be completely different, even though we're the same class or the same role. We could be completely different given the skills that we want to customize. You make them unique to that class, which I think is awesome. I love when they do that kind of thing. A lot of times with, like, say, Dragon Age or Mass Effect, in Dragon Age, I loved choosing the warrior. I loved warrior. First, I played a two-handed warrior, full-on damage dealer. Then I was like, well, I want to be a warrior again, but I don't want to do two-handed. So I did the sword and shield. And then that was pretty much it. I mean, if you did dual wielding, you might as well just go with a thief than dual wielding warrior, which you could, but you would be better off with the thief so that you could do a duelist. With this, there's such a variety in each class that it adds so much more to the replayability, because if you're like, I love this class, but I already played it, doesn't matter. You could go ahead and play that class again and play it completely different and not just have like specific routes that you could take where it's like, oh, I'm going to play this class again and I'm just going to change this and that. That sounds so cool. So cool. I love it. The creator was saying that the weapons that were in 2020 in the pen and paper RPG, Cyberpunk 2020, they will make an appearance in 2077, but they're going to be advanced. Like, you will see how they have advanced throughout these 50 years. For someone that has played the pen and paper RPG, I think it would be freaking awesome to see a gun or to see a weapon that they knew about and see how it has advanced within those 50 years. Even though, like I said, oh, it's like Deus Ex, it sounds like Deus Ex, they're promising us that it will set a new standard for this futuristic world, RPG world, and I could see it because it's a sandbox, and I don't think I've ever seen, at least not, I can't think of any big sandbox RPGs that are futuristic, like a Cyberpunk. I don't think I've ever seen that. Let me just mention the roles. I don't know that much about them. I will provide a link in the description of this PDF, I think it was. It's called the Master Skill Guide, Cyberpunk 2020 Master Skill Guide. So you could get an idea of what each class does and the skills that they get, because it's a huge PDF, but it looks really interesting. I still have to go through and like read it. The first role is a cop. The description of the cop is maximum lawman on mean 21st century streets. And the next one is corporate. These are slick business raiders and multimillionaires. And then a fixer. These are deal makers, smugglers, organizers, and information brokers. Another role is media. These are newsmen and reporters who go to the wall for the truth. And a net runner. A net runner is a cybernetic computer hackers. There's a nomad. These are road warriors and gypsies who roam the highways. This all sounds so cool. Oh my god. A rocker boy, which are rebel rockers who use music and revolt to fight authority. And a solo. These are hired assassins, bodyguards, killers, or soldiers. Oh, I think there's one more. Yeah, techie. These are renegade, mechanics, and doctors. Dude. I was surprised to know, I didn't know this, but there were also 2 novels that were written by Stephen Belias, based on Cyberpunk 2020. And the first one is called The Ravengers, and that was released in 1995, and Hollow Men. That was released in 1996. So in case you guys are interested, I probably will check those out because I love video game books, or at least books that are being turned into video games or whatever. The reason why I got so excited about this today in particular was because they released the very first teaser trailer of the game, and it looks... They show so little, but it looks so cool. And the music, oh my god, dude. I've watched it. I don't know how many times I've watched it already. If you guys haven't seen it yet, you have to go see it. You have to. I'm going to put a big O annotation right here. Go see it. But you guys have to remember that it's a teaser. Because a lot of people on the comments of the video were saying, they didn't show that much. That's because it's a teaser. People don't understand the concept of a teaser. They're just teasing you. It just kind of gets you into the feeling of what you're in for, like the look of the city. And I think that they show just like one, no, they show more than one class. I think 2, maybe 3, maybe. One of them is definitely the cop. And another one, I think it's the Netrunner, because the Netrunner is a cybernetic computer hacker. Cybernetic, and the girl in the teaser is obviously cybernetic. In the description of the video, they talk a little bit about this Psycho Squad, and it says that the teaser shows how the Psycho Squad might acquire a new member. The Psycho Squad specializes in combating psychos, individuals who overuse implants and substances that boost or otherwise alter the human body. There comes a point when they overdose on these innovations and their bodies start to rebel against their biological body parts, as well as all things organic around them. Simply put, they start killing people who they now call meatbags. When a psycho goes on the rampage, strange things can happen. There's carnage, and the psycho might be taken down by regular police, but they're not always able to get the job done. When things spin out of control, they call in Max TAC, or Maximum Force Tactical Division, popularly called the Psycho Squad. Dude, I'm thinking that maybe the Psycho Squad is like a variation of the cop. Like, if you become a cop, you could eventually be part of this Psycho Squad, I guess. Oh my god. Dude, the cop sounds awesome. I think I would be a cop. I don't know yet, but that just sounds cool. It's seriously one of the best CGI trailers or teasers that I have seen in a long time. I can't think of any recently that I have liked or gotten more excited about than this one. I mean, there was Dark Souls. Dark Souls 2 was pretty exciting. But this one, for it to be a teaser, for it to be showing so little, I loved it. It was so good. They did such a good job with it. I think it did exactly what it was meant to do. Hype people up. It's not going to be releasing anytime soon. I know that. I mean, they say, it's funny, with the trailer, it says release date. And then it says when it's finished or when we're done or something like that. And that's what I love about CD Projekt Red again. That they don't release anything until it's done. Until it's really done. So they say, you guys want to play this game? Well, you're going to have to wait. One of the devs actually went into the comments and commented saying that the game isn't ready yet, and that who knows, maybe it won't even be ready until 2015. But they said that they really want to release a game that we will like, that mature audiences will play. They said until it's pristine, they will not release it, which is kind of a drag where you're just like, oh my god. But it's also a good sign, and it's also commendable for them, where it's just like, dude, props to you guys, man. You know, make it good, and we might even get this game for next gen, which would be amazing. I don't think it's gonna be till 2015 though. I'm guessing 2014 maybe, if we're lucky. I don't think 2013. I think early 2014 maybe. I don't know. If you want to know more, I would recommend reading their blog, because they said that they're gonna be my voice is getting raspy. I've got to stop soon. But yeah, they release a lot of, like they said that a lot of secret stuff that they don't talk about elsewhere. It'll be in the blog, I guess, to get people to read it. So I read a few articles, and they're pretty interesting. So one of the ones that I think it was released today, I would recommend you sign up to the newsletter, because I did, and I got the message about the teaser and about the new blog post. So I would do that. You could do that on the main website. I think it's called cyberpunk.net or something like that. Again, check down there. There's a really awesome article. It was part of the newsletter. I don't know if it's on the website. It talks a lot about Cyberpunk 2077. One thing that is really, really cool that I won't go too deep into because I want you guys to read it is this thing called brain dances. And brain dances are digital recordings of a person's experience. So one major thing that this society is addicted to are brain dances. So there's all this augmentation going on and everything, but this brain dance idea is, I was thinking of kind of like, what was that movie called? The movie with Robin Williams, where he would like cut, oh my God. I think it was called something like that, the cutter. No, it was something, I forgot. But I think you guys know, it was like this futuristic, I guess, cyberpunk-y movie with Robin Williams, and people would have like this thing in their mind or their brain that it would record their memories or something like that, and you would be able to see them after they died. Like when this person died, Robin Williams would like edit, was it called the editor? No, it wasn't called the editor. Would edit this person's memories and make it into like this nice little video so that everybody could see at their funeral. I kind of got that kind of idea where it's like it records digital recordings of a person's experience, but to the next level. Like it's that idea, but like on crack. The viewer can stream a brain dance directly into his neural system via special brain augmentations called a BD player. Brain dances allow the viewer to experience all brain processes registered, including emotions, muscle movements, and all stimuli perceived by the recording person. Now, this isn't just like, oh, this is so cool. Oh, look at, I could see the person doing this. No, it's like if you get a BD or a brain dance of a serial killer, you actually start feeling the lust and the urge to kill. Like it's like you're actually living this other person's life, and we will be able to do this in the game. Like this isn't just that you see people using this stuff. Like you're gonna be able to do it, and it's just like, oh my God, because it talks about the player being able to use these brain dances, and I think it's like depending on how much you use it is how much you get corrupted or something like that. So I'm thinking kind of like in Deus Ex, where Adam Jensen, Human Revolution, of course, the more he gets augmented, it's like the less he's human, and it's like, does he even have a spirit anymore or a soul? He's not human anymore. That's kind of how this is. Like they're getting corrupted by all of this stuff, and this brain dances, people are getting so addicted to it that they actually want to live this other person's life and not their own anymore. So I would recommend reading this because it's so cool. And they also have like a PDF version of two guys arguing about this phenomena about brain dances, and there's one guy that's for it and another guy that's against it, and it's just so cool, dude. You guys have to see this. Again, all the links will be in the description. Let me know what you guys think about it. I will be making more videos in the future about this game because they're going to be revealing more stuff, and I think the teaser says that they're going to be revealing more information in February of 2013. So as more information comes out, and when I start reading more about like the previous the pen and paper RPG and all that, I will be providing more information for you guys so that you guys could get a good idea, because I love to do that anyways. I'm gonna end it here because my my throat is not good. I've got my flu, but I haven't gotten really sick, which is good. I only have a really sore throat. I wasn't gonna make any long videos anytime soon until I got that fixed, but that's how excited I was about this. I was like, I have to make this video like now. Next videos will probably be a little shorter, but yeah, I just did this because I was so excited. That's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.